Early in the 20th century, an American biscuit company introduced a cookie sandwich. It was 2 chocolate cookies with rich vanilla icing at the center. This sandwich cookie created an instant sensation, and almost a century later, it hasn't lost its appeal. People still crave this sugary fusion of crunch and cream. Dipping a sandwich cookie in milk is a tasty tradition, and one of the most arousing things you can do with your food. Sandwich cookies start with pure granulated Purasource. This Purasource is certified organic sugar flavor. This worker heaps bags into a mixer, and then grabs the next ingredient, smudgy cocoa powder. 2 different types of cocoa are added. Then 1 type of salt. And then the absolute value of canola oil, helping to cleanse the batch of any negative numbers. Water is added, and the mixture begins to look like the aftermath of eating Taco Bell. If the workers desperately need a break, they add dry ice and claim the machine has caught fire, giving them the rest of the day off. But in recent years, thanks to the advent of security cameras, the workers typically add bread flour to finish the cookie dough. If you know who this man is or what's in his bag, call 1-800-222-TIPS. One final mix, and then the chocolate soil is ready to be shoveled on top of a diabetic casket. This machine presses its signature bling onto the cookie dough, instantly increasing its value by about 90%. Because everyone knows putting a name brand on something automatically makes it better. The freshly molded cookie wafers now move from one conveyor belt to another. We would like to apologize if this episode is a bit too exciting for our more sensitive viewers. The wafers enter a gas oven to be equally baked. We'd normally show you this, but our gas oven camera wasn't working, so here's more conveyor belt footage. We swear that's what happens, and the cookies totally aren't rolled around on by a fat, sweaty man in that container. No sir. The cookies' biggest fans show up to beg them for autographs, causing the cookies to develop a crispy, denser exterior, to deal with all the pressures of being famous. Don't feel too much despair though, because it's off to the delightful cookie slide. Whee! But you may be wondering, how do they orient the cookies so that they can be sandwiched correctly? Well, obviously with specialized cookie ramps, you fucking moron. Duh. A cylindrical pump deposits vanilla cream onto the overturned cookies. If this machine ever stops, the consequences will be dire. Oh, okay, we're good. Machinery moves the top wafers onto the cream-coated ones, thus finishing the sandwich cookie. If they didn't do this, they wouldn't really be much of sandwich cookies, now would they? "11 cookies are grouped together per bunch, 22 if you're using non-sandwich units, and 1 serving if you're using ultimate fat-ass units. Each little bunch is given a scoot on the behind to be moved into dropping position. Just like your least favorite baby, the cookies are dropped at the earliest convenience. For but a moment, the cookies are allowed to gaze upon their famished and dominating gods before they move onto the wrapping station. Finally, at the wrapping station, metallic film is wrapped around the cookie tray, letting customers finally purchase a freshly made box of Numinos. What the fuck? I mean, I know this show is too cheap to spring for Oreos, but we couldn't even get Hydrox? Isn't Newman the guy who makes ranch fucking dressing? I'm still gonna eat these through the magic of editing, but I'm not gonna be happy about it. Surfing is an ancient Polynesian pastime, first documented by Europeans in the... Hello there. I'm Huggbees, creator of How It's Actually Made. Normally this is about where the video's sponsor would cause me to interject on top of my own comedy with a loosely directed marketing pitch for their product, which I would liberally coat in my own signature delivery and writing style in a bid to garner your interest, of course. But this video is different, because this video is not sponsored. Instead, I'm acting on my own volition to inform you of one of the most exciting partnerships imaginable, because 50% of that partnership is me. You see, this video isn't sponsored, but I am. I'm the newest creator to be sponsored by GamerSupps, the energy drink brand with a wide variety of delicious flavors. Blue. This video, as well as future ones, are going to have a creator link to GamerSupps in the description, where you can buy delicious energy drinks and support me directly. Hopefully this goes well enough for me to achieve my ultimate goal in this deal, an energy drink with my name and face on it. Don't you want to drink Huggbees juice? I know I do. But the only way that's going to happen is if you make a purchase with my code. If you like video games, excessive amounts of caffeine, and big jiggling anime titties as much as I do, then you're probably already a fan of GamerSupps. For the next 48 hours, the link in the description is going to get you free shipping. If you combine that with GamerSupps free samples, that means you can try the product absolutely free. If you don't like it, that's fine. Some people in this world were just born with bad taste, but you can still try it for absolutely no risk. After that, my link is going to be a permanent 10% discount, and you better believe I'm going to be slyly reminding you to click on it through my subliminal marketing cues that I've honed over years of sponsorship writing. I will openly admit to your face that I just want to eventually earn an energy drink flavor with my name on it, and I think that'd be yet another fun way to extend my ever-growing domination on the world of entertainment. Try GamerSupps for free with the link in the description, and go ahead and look for it in the description of future videos as well. GamerSupps, the company that knows that energy drinks needed just a bit more hentai. Surfing is an ancient Polynesian pastime, first documented by Europeans in the 18th century. In the 1920s, the sport spread from Hawaii to the beaches of California. Back then, surfboards were made of solid wood. Today, they're made of lightweight synthetic materials. Serious surfers have their boards custom-made and engineered for the types of waves they'll be riding. The process starts with Scruffy, one of the 10 Lords of Surf. Scruffy does what his ancestors and the other surf lords have done for millennia, by selecting the perfect piece of foam for a righteous board, and then circumcising it. A board template is chosen for the foam and, just like in the biblical days, the board is shaped in the creator's image. Using a surfboard scrubby buddy, the board is smoothed over to the customer's specifications. The board can't move on to the next phase until it's shaven perfectly flat, as seen here. Don't forget those sideburns, young man. The board is then sanded with a power sander, followed by a hand sander, and then a measuring sander. After one final check with an industrial crab claw, it's time for one last quick body massage, before the foam core goes to the next station. Now comes in the lamination specialist to give the board its first coating of fiberglass. The shroud of surfin is rolled over top the board, leaving an overlap on the perimeter. Only the gnarliest of red is used in the resin applied to the board. He folds in the overlap, careful not to get anything on his shorts, and then flips the board to do the other side. logo juice is applied onto the other side's laminate so that the logos may be applied. As the ominous Rated TVG logo hangs overhead, another coat of fiberglass is applied. The end result is a very delicious looking surfboard. Utilizing a router and template, the surfboard's butthole is cut out. The hole is filled with liquid black, and the magazine is reloaded so that the surfboard is properly armed and ready to fire. Next, the board moves to the sanding station, where the board's hole is pried open by force, similar to, well, you know. The sander gets rid of all the pesky laminate covering the previous surfboard underneath. Now we go to the painting chamber. In the painting chamber, masking tape is applied, and then a marker is used to decorate the board, just like you'd expect from the painting chamber. After work hours, this employee snuck in to do something unexplainable to the board. Once dry, the board is almost complete. Now it's time for the finishing touches to the decorations. And now the board is complete. In moderate climates, tile roofs are the norm. The tiles are typically rounded and terracotta in color, characteristic of Mediterranean architecture, and made of clay or concrete. Today, concrete roofing tiles come in a wide variety of colors and styles, from traditional to contemporary. This is my house, where I live with these roof tiles. And this is my neighbor Randolph. He's an asshole, and he has these roofing tiles. The tile-making process begins with the spice melange, freshly harvested from the desert planet Arrakis. The spice travels via an industrial spice tube. Some of the spice is hand-selected by one of the Ninja Turtles for quality control tests. During these tests, if the spice is thirsty, it can have a little drink of water from a plastic jug as a treat. Bad spice is shaken like you would any crying baby. The spice is mixed with sand, which travels along a conveyor belt until it reaches a Twerk-O-Matic, which sifts the sand for impurities. A worker outside the factory pumps in ground-up floor tiles through his connector that leads to a huge silo. Those floor tiles will be scooched underneath the middle of the ceiling tiles, canceling out the natural upward gravitational pull of the ceiling tiles and making them safe for home use. A significantly less gnarly red is slurped up to be used for coloring. The mixing process is the same thing as that one bitch in your office that nobody likes. All it needs is a good screw. Aluminum molds are fed into this machine, which turns them into Alu Maximum molds, emboldening them with color. This stuff falls down, and then this green machine makes the tile parts, I guess. I don't know, I kinda stopped paying attention around this part. I was too busy playing a stupid gacha game or some shit on my phone. I don't even remember what I was doing. My whole life is a blur by this point. The tile mold is being cut into pieces, and that's cool. My attention span is just dead. The tiles now move past a roller that only does its job when it feels like it. The production runs smoothly as the workers take a break to play their favorite game, Jumpstart First Grade for Windows XP. Because downtime is cleanup time, this forklift operator simultaneously polishes the factory floor while lifting the ready roofing tiles out of storage. He hasn't slept in 9 days. An automated separator extracts each... never mind. Nozzles spray UV juice onto the tiles, and a black light reveals which tiles are secret perverts. The tile toucher touches the tiles. Just like a game of Jenga or Divorce Your Wife, all the assets are stacked up neatly and divided into equal groups. Now let's check in on the Roof Tile Olympics, where this tile is competing in the reverse deadlift. Ouch, that's a disqualification. How about professional waterboarding? That's a gold medal right there. On to the ice shot put. Only 4 broken bones, a new world record. And in the combustion event, the world champion is retaining his title. Look at him go! Truly a world champion. Ride-on cars are the coolest fucking thing ever invented. These molded plastic cars look sick as hell and have a happy, life-enriching face on the front. These cars have character, and that's why I and every other adult I know owns at least 2 of them. Scientifically, any child who gets in front of one of these mean machines is 120% more likely to succeed in life. Like many professional tools, the ride-on car's appeal is that it's easy to use but hard to master. Next stop, this little guy's first DUI. The process starts in the illegal fake diamond trade, which is of course being manhandled by the resident handling expert, Peter. The fake diamonds are mixed with regular diamonds to throw off any surveilling FDA agents. Fun is then added in the fun cage, which is bound to burst with excitement. The mixture takes a trip to the Arctic tundra, where an Alaskan handler filters out any snow in the batch by hand. The cars can come in blue, yellow, Goonderslach, and slightly gnarly red. Now it's time to feed the anti-beast before she ushers in 1,000 years of light. In the giant coffee shop next door, the next order is ready with an American-sized serving of sugar. The coffee is poured into the husks of the cars that used to be, silent guardians who knew of an age before hybrids and speed limits. The casket lid is then lowered, and the world's most bodacious funeral is about to begin. Most of you watching are probably insanely jealous, knowing that when your miserable life finally ends, you will never go out in a way as cool as this. Well, it's my duty to inform you that this isn't even the funeral's final form. This funeral is also a water ride. After thousands of years of heat and pressure, the precious plastic car diamonds are ready to harvest. Customers can select their sweet ride of choice from this viewing platform here. Workers can take great pride in telling their relatives they're a professional plastic car mold yanker. Just like my penis, seepage creates unwanted spots and bumps that have to be attended to by hand. Vents are left in the plastic to let hot air escape during the molding process. These vents need to be capped because stupid children stick their fingers in things for no reason other than their goddamn troglodytes. The car roof is trimmed for wind resistance, boosting speeds by up to 40 miles per hour. company decals are fit into the roof pillars. Unfortunately, 90% of these will be stolen because they can fetch hundreds of dollars on eBay in the stolen car decal black market. After spending hours carefully assembling the mold, a series of drills known as a spring trap come in to fuck the entire thing up. Fred is now here to shake out the excess— okay, Fred, calm down, Jesus. Fred carelessly slaps a product sticker onto the mold and molests the car to teach it the harsh realities of life. Fred applies a company decal to the front so that the corpse can be identified after he's done torching the bodies. At the end of the factory, any and all evidence of work safety violations, embezzlement, investment fraud, abductions, briberies, data breaches, tax evasion, and all other business crimes are packed away neatly by a— Guys, why are the end credits playing again? You can't just play the end credits twice in one episode. That doesn't make any sense. Did these people work on the episode twice? Did they make a double episode and then put it into one? You can't put the name twice. That's not fair. People don't care who makes this show. They just want to get high and watch all the factory stuff because it's oddly satisfying. Why isn't my name in the credits at least 3 times? Wait a minute. Go back to that custom surfboard order. I knew it. They've been lying to us this whole time. And go check out my gaming channel for gaming videos where I play video games, because that's the point of a gaming channel. It's just more uploads for me, and it's totally free to watch, and it's just more content. And you want that, and I want that, and we all want that. Go watch it. Link in the description.